Uganda has banned social media and beefed up security in the capital on Tuesday, 2 days ahead of a presidential election. Campaigning ahead of the vote has been marred by brutal crackdowns on opposition rallies that have left scores dead and the repeated intimidation and arrest of some of the opposition candidates, their supporters and campaign staff. Videos posted on social media on Tuesday showed a convoy of armoured military vehicles heading towards Kampala and then moving slowly through various streets in the heart of the capital, which typically votes against Museveni. In a television address on Tuesday morning, the 76-year-old leader who took power in 1986 said he had met with the security forces and they were ready to defend any Ugandans worried about coming out to vote because of intimidation by the opposition.
There have been practices of intimidation where especially the opposition people have been threatening people not to come out and vote. In some areas, they have even attacked peaceful citizens.
The European Union said on Tuesday it expected Uganda to provide a level playing field for all voters to exercise their democratic rights without fear of intimidation or violence.
Human rights colleagues said today they are deeply concerned by the deteriorating human rights situation in Uganda ahead of the parliamentary and presidential elections scheduled for January 14th. Between the 18th and 20th of November, at least 54 people were killed during riots and protests in at least 7 districts across the country, and the arrest and detention of 2 opposition presidential candidates and members of the political opposition. UN Human Rights Office called on authorities to protect the rights of freedom of expression and peaceful assembly and to ensure free and peaceful elections that guarantees the rights of the people in Uganda to participate in the country's public affairs, including taking measures to prevent instances of electoral violence.
The EU's top diplomat Joseph Borrell said the excessive use of force by law enforcement and security agencies has seriously tarnished the electoral process. He said the bloc's offer to deploy a small team of electoral experts was not taken up. Museveni apologized for the inconvenience caused by the ban on social media and messaging apps, but he said Uganda had no choice after Facebook took down some accounts which backed his ruling National Resistance Movement party.
Social channel you are talking about, if it is going to operate in Uganda, it should be used equitably by everybody who has to use it. If you want to take sides against the NRM, then that group will not operate in Uganda. Uganda is ours, it's not anybody's. Those Facebook and those groups did not respond, I hear, and I'm sure the government has closed the social media, those channels of Facebook and I don't know which one. I'm very sorry about the inconvenience to those who have been using this channel. Even myself, when I had time, I was interacting with the young people through it, but we cannot tolerate this arrogance of anybody coming to decide for us who is good and who is bad. That's what we cannot accept.
In a letter that was seen by Reuters to internet service providers dated January 12th, Uganda's communications regulator ordered them to block all social media platforms and messaging apps until further notice. Internet monitor NetBlock said its data showed that Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, Skype, Snapchat, Viber and Google Play Store were among a lengthy list of sites unavailable via Uganda's main cell network operators. Facebook said on Monday it had taken down a network link to Uganda's Ministry of Information for using fake and duplicate accounts to post ahead of this week's election. The internet service providers were also given a list by the UCC of 100 virtual private networks to block.